Well, good afternoon, you all. May the good Lord bless you. Hope you're having yourself a wonderful Saturday. Yesterday's video, you all, where I took and forged a knife billet. That's the billet right there. I realize it was dark in the forge, and I apologize for that. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, guys. This ain't Hollywood with the proper lighting on everything. What we're going to do today is we're going to take this billet and we're going to turn it into a knife. This is the blade. I will have to add the handle material to this knife blade, okay? That's what you're going to see me do in this video. And we are going to create a backup knife for a gunslinger. Now, I'm going to do a lot of this grinding, guys, off video, okay? If I set my camera up in there where I'm doing a lot of grinding, I'll guarantee you one spark will get on a $500 camera and ruin the lens. So if you see me grinding, you will be on the way on the outside while I'm doing that, okay? Then I'll do the close-ups of cutting it out and all that good stuff. So let's take this billet, which is 1095 high carbon steel with some nickel added into it, sandwiched together. It's 10 layers. We will cut it into a knife, and I will show you that in this video. All right, you all, what I'm doing is squaring this billet up so that I can draw the knife on it. All right, you all see the knife pattern? That we're going for. That's what that's going to look like. Now what I want to show you guys, that piece is still hot where I ground it, but you see how that's one solid piece? Hold on there 1 second before I burn myself. You see how that's one solid piece? But you can still see the layers in it. That's what that should look like when it's forge welded together correctly. There's our knife blade, you guys, right there. Now what we will do, we will take the angle grinder and we will grind off part of the edge of the blade to take some of the thickness out of it. That's what we're going to do next. All right, you all, hope you can see that. Take your magic marker and draw your edge where you want your edge to go to, okay? This edge is going to be back there almost a ½ an inch, closer to 3/8. Just take a magic marker and draw that on there and then grind up to the very top of that mark right there, okay? Down to your edge. We're taking material off of this blade. All right, you all, you see? That's how you do it. If you don't put a mark on it, you tend to go way too far with the thing. So now we'll turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. Now you can imagine if you were making this in the 1800s by hand. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make the handle material for this knife, you guys, and weld it on there. Okay, you guys, we have a 4-inch blade. So we're going to make a 4-inch handle for this knife right here. So we will take the angle grinder and we'll cut this out to the right size. By the way, it's going to have a coffin handle on it. So to do that, we'll simply put the marks on there and cut them off as well. Now this is some of that metal that my dad drove in the ground, you guys, okay? So it's annealed, so we'll be able to drill the holes in it. All right, you guys, I got you out here in the daylight, okay? Now we will simply weld this handle to this blade. Now we'll simply grind that weld off, you guys. Now you all will take it in there in the workshop and we will attempt to drill the holes in this handle material. Since that piece was perfectly annealed, you guys, we got the holes in it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the belt sander over there on the jig. We're going to finish the edge, then we're going to harden this knife, you guys. Let's go ahead. And draw file this edge. Okay guys, here's the knife before it goes to the belt sander. We've taken off most of the material that's going to be ground off by the belt sander. It's a whole lot easier to do it that way. All right, you all, now, before we harden it, take your diamond stone and hone your edge. Look at it very closely, make sure there's no flat spots on the top of your edge. If there is, naturally, you're going to want to go back to your belt sander and take those flat spots out. That's what we're doing now. All right, let's take it around to the forge. And let's harden this knife. All right, you all, you know the drill by now. Set your blade in there. Cut your air off. Let it come up to where it's not magnetized. It won't stick to a magnet anymore. That's how we do it. There we are, you guys. Question is, did it harden? Oh Lord, yeah. Yes, sir. Now what we'll do, you all, is we'll clean this knife up, we'll take it back around there, and we'll put a set of handles on it. All right, you guys, I'm going to try some Osage orange on this handle right here. What do you all think about that? I think I've got just enough to make a set of handles for this knife right here. See if that leaves us enough for another one. Just barely does. That's all that counts. Just barely. This is 4 inches, you guys. It's what we was shooting for. All right, what are we going to do next? Mount that thing to a board, you all, just like I'm just doing right here. And it'll save your tire out on the other side of that piece of wood right there. All right, you all, remember how I showed you to rivet? Now all we have to do is take it to the sander, you guys, and sand it down to size. You all, I don't know if you've ever used any Osage orange or not, but this stuff is like sanding concrete. It's been about 3 hours since we started this project right here. Handmade stuff takes time. Why do I call this the gunslinger's backup knife? Right there is the reason. Just in case something happens and you don't get the job done with your 6-shooter. that's the way it's going to look. Now it's going to have a sheath mounted, you guys, in another video. So that's why I call it the Gunslingers backup knife. Now, yesterday we forged a billet. There is that billet right there, you guys. And actually you can see some of the layers in this knife. You probably can't see it on video, but now that I've cut it out and hardened it and tempered it, you can actually see some of the layers. Now I could put this thing in acid or something else, you guys, and etch it and probably get to where you could see several layers. But there we have Osage orange handles. They're hard as a brick. You can't drop this, guys, on the concrete, okay? Because Osage orange is hard. But I can guarantee you one thing, it's not going to rot, it ain't going to wear out. It's going to do just exactly what this knife is designed to do. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please share this across YouTube, okay? Or wherever else, Facebook or somewhere, so that other people that enjoy this kind of stuff can watch my videos. And I'm losing my voice. With that, you all, until next time, may the good Lord richly bless you. So long for now.